Hey guys, how are you? I just got finished riding a horse up a volcano, and then we hiked down the volcano. But I want to give you just kind of update what we did yesterday. Actually, these updates are kind of good for my memory too. So yesterday we went to in the morning we went to the foundation that we've been serving at. It's called Cada Niño, and we did some more home visits. I went with a group yesterday, and we had a lot of fun with the people that we went to visit. Blanca was the name of the mother. Blanca has two kids that go to Cada Niño, and one of them is kind of like a little bit older. He was in the youth. He was kind of in the group that I was teaching, and then they have a younger one that's in that group as well. And during the home visits, we got to pray for her, and we shared the gospel with them. They said that they believed in Jesus and that He died for their sins. But we asked them, like, do you know the best verse in the Bible? And then one of the girls recited John 3:16 word for word, and they didn't really know the verse, so it was kind of a surprise. But anyway, we shared that with them, and then the grandma was there, and I was very surprised. She looked super old, and I said, pardon me for asking your age, but how old are you? And she said, I'm 60. And I was like, oh my gosh, my mom is 65, but this lady looked like abuela. Like, she looked like she was like 80 something. So I mean, man, it was crazy. But her hands were like this, and they were like so swollen. And she said she had problems with her kidneys and a bunch of stuff. So we got to lay our hands on her and pray for her healing. And then we just prayed for protection. They told us a lot of stories about how they get calls, and gangsters will call them and say, hey, you need to give me like $1,000 basically. And if you don't do that, we're going to kill you. We're going to take your son. So they were just saying, like, their son was so scared of these calls that he was sleeping with a machete in his bedroom because he couldn't sleep at night because he was scared that they were going to come take him. So yeah, it's kind of sad, but I guess it's like a growing problem. And that kind of what's been happening is that El Salvador has been cleaning up a little bit. El Salvador had a lot of gangs, and El Salvador basically has been clearing up their gang problem, and these gangsters from El Salvador have been coming to Guatemala. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of part of the thing that's been happening and causing those types of problems. So we had kind of had a funny moment. The grandma talked about, oh yeah, I'm making a chicken for lunch. I'm gonna go kill the chicken. And I said, hey, we'll kill the chicken for you. And we had a good laugh. But probably the sweetest moment, after we prayed for them, I got the best abuela hug I've had. Man, it was so good. So I really felt like she felt God's love through us in our visit there. Then we went back to the center. We had lunch there, and then we just got to share with another group of kids. We basically did the same message that we did the other day, the joy message of Jesus, others, and yourself. We tweaked it a little bit. I showed a little bit different music video this time, because I felt they told us that this was like a little bit more difficult group that we were going to be dealing with, and I was just like, you know what? Maybe these kids just like need to see that they need to grab faith for themselves. So the music video just kind of portrays like a little kid like grabbing this wire from the sky, and then blessing others through doing that. And so I kind of took that music video and I wanted them to meditate on the visuals of that music video, and then put it into action in their lives. So we did a little small group time after that. Okay, bye. Gracias por todo. There's our tour guide here. He helped us with the horses today. But we after that we went out. It was like, I don't know, it was like a lot easier. We had, I don't know, we kind of knew what we were doing yesterday, so like the team wasn't as exhausted yesterday, but it was really good. I feel like kids heard the gospel, and that's really, that's what more can you ask for. I tried during the small group to let the boys that were with kind of share the gospel a little bit more. So yeah, it was really an amazing time yesterday as well. And yeah, today we kind of had to pivot a little bit. There's a tropical storm that's kind of coming our way, so we decided to go do our kind of like outdoors stuff today. So, you know, there's, you know, I don't know. There's still some God stuff going on. We're still kind of connecting with each other, and it's amazing to be in God's creation in another country and just kind of see the difference. And I'll share some videos of me riding up the mountain and the volcano and all that stuff. It was wow, it was just otherworldly. So it was so cool. Like I kind of said to somebody, it feels like we're on the moon right now with all these crazy rocks around us. We even got to warm up some marshmallows in like some lava that was coming out of the ground. So there was some rocks, and they basically like made this like hole, and you'll see there's like this like the basically hot air that just coming, it's like steam coming out. So people are putting their marshmallows on sticks inside of there and having them. So, but anyway, yeah, that's just a little wrap. We're about to go to Antigua right now and go get all of our souvenirs and gifts and all that stuff. So anyway, that's it for today. We have one more day of ministry. We'll go do some more home visits tomorrow, and then at the end of it all, I think we're just gonna end up staying at the orphanage tomorrow, and we might do like a World Cup watch party for the first game or something. So anyway, pray for that. We can be God's love no matter where we are, what we're doing. So yeah, thank you.